Good day, I'm Ryan Dave Savet, and I will report regarding the real-time web, specifically about RSS Cloud and the push protocol. Real-time information delivery is fast emerging as one of the most important elements of our online experience. No more waiting for the Pony Express to deliver a parcel cross-country. No more waiting for web services to communicate from one pooling instance to another. This is information being available to you at nearly the moment it's produced, whether you're watching for it or not. In the past few months, a lot of attention has given to the rise of the real-time web. The problem is that the web wasn't designed with real-time in mind. There is a huge need for the tech community to get behind new protocols that will power this fundamental shift in how web applications work. The real-time web is a set of technologies and practices which enable users to receive information as soon as it is published by its authors, rather than requiring that they or their software check a source periodically for updates. It is fundamentally different from real-time computing, since there is no knowing when or if a response will be received. The information types transmitted this way are often short messages, status updates, news alerts, or links to longer documents. The content is often soft in that it is based on the social web, people's opinions, attitudes, thoughts, and interests, as opposed to hard news or facts. The most successful examples are Facebook's newsfeed and Twitter. This approach is being implemented in social networking, search, and news sites, which makes those experiences more like instant messaging. Next, I will cite some examples of how this real-time web changed our online experiences. In January of 2008, we looked at enterprise collaboration suite Jive Software and the company's belief that the instant messaging technology XMPP could serve as a foundation for the future of real-time web. XMPP, like Ajax, has made web pages instantly responsive to clicks without having a request a whole new page from the server. An IM-style web could radically speed up collaboration online. If implemented well, it could make for a much more pleasing user experience. Another example is the making of Google Real-Time with Twitter search add-on. The best way to understand the value of real-time information delivery may be to experience it yourself. And one of the easiest ways to do that is with Mark Carey's Twitter on Google search results plugin. It's hot stuff and has honestly changed the way all of us here at Red White Web use Google more than anything else has done in a long time. Today, I want to take a look at two of the leading protocols that enable real-time notifications on the web. While there are older protocols that enable real-time notifications like XEP0060, PubSub or Push, and RSS Cloud are two new protocols which show a lot of promise of gaining a Push and RSS Cloud address a fundamental flaw in the way web applications work today. Currently, getting updates on the web requires constant pulling. Subscribers are forced to act like nagging children asking, "Are we there yet?" Subscribers must constantly ping the publisher to ask if there are new updates, even if the answer is no, 99% of the time. This is terribly inefficient waste of resources and makes it incredibly hard to find new content in as soon as it appears. Both protocols flip the current model on its head so that updates are event-driven rather than. The difference between these two protocols compared to the classic update is that if the clients were to use a push model, the data is actually pushed to a client automatically without the client asking for it. This is great since the client no longer makes unnecessary calls to the server. The diagrams below illustrate this. The cloud is supposed to be an EC2 cloud, thus the name RSS Cloud. So what are the differences between the two? RSS Cloud uses the cloud tag in an RSS or Atom feed. It simply sends a notification to the client to ping again. Clients are automatically unsubscribed after a period of time, and clients' remote IP is used for notifications, while push protocol is triggered using link rel is equal to hub. It sends the contents of the feed changed to the client. Then clients can unsubscribe using an API call. And lastly, a separate URL can be mentioned for notifications. Dave Winer deserves the credit for coming up with the idea long before anyone else. In fact, the cloud element was added to the RSS 2.0 specification in 2001, but has only recently been revived. RSS Cloud made major progress this week with the announcement that WordPress was adding RSS Cloud support for all 7.5 million blogs on WordPress.com. In contrast, Push is currently enabled for well over 100 million feeds with adapters including FriendFeed, Blogger, Google Reader, LiveJournal, Google Alerts, and FeedBurner. So I expect to see many more services adopt these new protocols soon. Both protocols are very similar. Both add a simple declaration to a feed that tells a subscriber which hub or cloud has been delegated the responsibility of handling subscriptions. Both protocols have a centralized hub that notifies subscribers when new content is published. Both protocols are HTTP based. RSS Cloud is an extension to the RSS protocol that enables real-time push notifications or distributed publish-subscribe communications for feeds. This is done using a cloud element where more information is given on how a subscriber should request updates. RSS Cloud is not limited to RSS feeds, but can also be used with other feeds formats, such as Atom. On September 7, 2009, WordPress became the first large supporter of that protocol, enabling the cloud tag for over 7.5 million hosted blogs.